Welcome back to Nova Scotia Senior Baseball League action on Firm TV via Periscope. I'm Scott Squires, and we are into the bottom of the ninth inning. The Dartmouth Moosehead Dry and the Truro Bearcats tied 1-1. Flip this camera around and see if the Bearcats can win this in the bottom of the ninth. Thank you, Gail Francis Smith. Nice to have you on board. Please share this with your followers and also follow the sponsors of this broadcast: Shop Zest, Irwin Lake Chalets, Taco Styles, and the Bamboo Bat Company. This has been a very tight game, a pitcher's duel for sure. The starters for both teams are out of the game, but they both pitched very well. We are in the bottom of the ninth inning. The score tied 1-1. Dartmouth Moosehead Dry, the visiting team, wearing the all whites with the pinstripes. The Truro Bearcats, the home team, wearing the black and red jersey over white pants, and both of these teams tied for second place in the Nova Scotia Senior Baseball League with identical 6-4 records. And Mosier with the delivery, and that's fouled off by Tony Stewart. Stewart with his second at bat after coming in to pitch hit a couple of innings ago. And the Bearcats had a glorious opportunity to take the lead with the bases loaded and only one out in the bottom of the eighth, but the Moosehead Dry, by way of a line drive that was dropped by the third baseman but then thrown home to get the force at home, and then a strikeout with the bases loaded, eked out of that inning. Stewart chops that one to second, bobbled momentarily, but it's thrown over, and the out is made. So in the bottom of the ninth inning, we are that much closer to extras.
The catcher, number 6, Matt.
So it could be overtime for the crew here, myself included. Good friend Jack doing the scorekeeping, and Dan handling the PA announcing, and of course myself doing the stream here on Periscope. And we might be here for some extras. It's a beautiful night for baseball. Let's play 10. Here's Mosier with the pitch, and that catch is black on the outside for a strike. Scott Squires and Firm TV bringing you this broadcast of the Nova Scotia Senior Baseball League live on Periscope. And that's chopped foul right at the dish, and the count goes to 0-2. So the 0-2 pitch coming from Mosier. And that's hit softly, and no problem there as it's taken care of by the third baseman, Camo. And we are now 2 outs in the books. 1 out left before we move to extra innings. And I guess the very good thing is a beautiful night for baseball. Hello, Anita Nelson. Thanks for joining. Great to have you on board. Hope you like a little bit of baseball. Extra innings here. Please follow me on Periscope and share this with your followers as well. And I'll be uploading all of these Periscopes that I've done to YouTube and retweeting them, so please follow me on Twitter as well, @FirmTV. Nice to have you on board. Anita, where are you watching this Periscope from? This game, this is the Truro Bearcats. They are the home team with the black and red jerseys. They're batting right now, playing the Dartmouth Moosehead Dry. These two teams are part of the Nova Scotia Senior Baseball League, which is the highest level of men's baseball in Canada. We are in Truro, Nova Scotia, which is on the east coast of Canada. You're in Detroit. Well, we're about a 2.5-hour flight from Toronto. And then we can just hop across the bridge there and go visit Detroit. So are you a baseball fan? That's the question, Anita. And for those of you that are watching this on replay and wondering who I'm talking to, during the live stream scope, of course, people can make comments and you can interact with. And right now I'm talking to Anita from Detroit, who's a Tigers fan. Well, I don't know if there's a Miguel Cabrera on either of these teams, so I don't know if we're going to have this game ended with one swing of the bat. But we are now into extra innings, top of the 10th coming up. Still 1-1 between Dartmouth and Truro. Oh, you're very welcome, Anita. I'm glad that you're watching this, and this broadcast actually is sponsored. So I've got the Twitter accounts of all of the sponsors in the title. So again, if you could share this with your followers, and at some point, maybe follow and visit the sponsors, Shop Zest, Irwin Lake Chalets, Bamboo Bat, and Taco Styles. It's much appreciated because it's because of their sponsorship that I could be here hanging out at the ballpark and doing these live streams on Periscope. And I want to give a big shout out to Periscope as well, because I have been streaming pretty much nonstop. A couple of breaks here and there, but pretty much from 7:30 Atlantic time, so almost 2.5 hours. I've been doing a whole lot of streaming, and Periscope has not dropped the signal once. It's been a good signal. It's been a strong signal. So thank you, Periscope. As we... Bamboo Bat. Are you familiar with Bamboo Bat, Anita? They're very cool. They're apparently some of the strongest, most unbreakable bats around. Pinnacle Sports and Bamboo Bat. You can find them online at www.bamboobat.com, as well as on Facebook. And check out Shop Zest as well. It's a company started by two ladies, Jess and Benita, and they make organic cotton textiles and artisan-inspired tabletops. And in their words, it's a must for any home decor. And their tagline for Shop Zest is home decor for the world. And I know that they actually have a Periscope account as well, and they do some behind-the-scenes periscoping of what they do at Shop Zest. So it'd be kind of cool if you gave them a shout-out and let them know that you saw this stream. That is hit sharply foul down the third base side. So no outs here, 1-2 count. Hartley the batter. He's got that hockey-style flow going out underneath that batter's helmet. Earlier in the game, he had a pitch go right over his head, and he hit the deck, and the helmet flew off, and the locks were just flying. Yeah, that's right, Anita. Anita's making a comment about bats as she checks out and reads the different titles of the sponsors. And Hartley lifts that high into the air. Will it find the gap out there in right center? And no. A nice job there as the right fielder drifts over and squeezes the ball, and that is a long fly ball out. So one away here in the top of the 10th inning. And that will now bring to the plate Matt Dudelet. That's just a fun name. Dudelet. It's very musical. Doodle-lay, 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 lay, doodle-lay. So Dudelet with one out here in the top of the 10th. Swing and a miss there as Chapman paints the outside corner and Dudelet was chasing. So Anita is saying that she's sure they're going to win. So who are you thinking? The team from Dartmouth in the all-white, Anita? Or the Truro Bearcats, the home team with the black and red jersey? As we approach 10 p.m. local time, full darkness now, and the field lights in full effect. Count even at 2-2. Runs have been at a premium here in this game. Swung on and missed. And a strikeout for Chapman, as it has been a night for the pitchers here at the TAC grounds. And our scorekeeper, Jack, working on his stand-up routine. Maybe he'll have to do a stand-up comedy Periscope, Jack. And he moans. Back to the top of the order now for the Dartmouth Moosehead Dry. This is Chris Head. And that ball hits sharply right up the middle. So with a couple away here, Head keeps the inning alive and sends that ball sharply right up through the box. So that'll bring Dan Camo to the plate now. So the number 2 hitter in this lineup, Dan Camo. So Camo will bat here in the top of the 10th with 2 out. And the leadoff man, Chris Head, down at first base. And Head does have wheels. So if Camo is able to hit anything at all to the track, you know that Head would be on his horse and trying to score from first base. Top of the 10th inning here in this second place battle in the Nova Scotia Senior Baseball League. Scott Squires and Firm TV, live with you on Periscope. Glad that you're watching, whether it be live or on the replay or via YouTube. Just a nonchalant throw over to check the runner. Nothing doing there as Head easily back into the bag. Head off and running. Throw down. Head slides. And he's out. So a bang play. A great throw down. Head had a good jump. And it almost had to be a perfect throw. And it was near perfect. The tag laid on. Head retired. And that has fired up the Bearcats here as we move to the bottom of the 10th inning.
No runners left on base. Through 9.5. It's the Dartmouth Moosehead try. 1. Your Truro Bearcats 1.
So we move to the bottom of the 10th inning. Runs hard to come by. 1 for each team. And that's where we are now. Bottom of the 10th inning. Score tied at 1. Jason Mosier back out to the mound for the Moosehead Dry. And I'm glad I brought my phone charger, friends. This broadcast on Periscope brought to you in part by Shop Zest. Home decor for the modern world. Irwin Lake Chalets, life at Mother Nature's pace. Bamboo Bat Company, manufacturers of the world's finest bamboo bats. And Taco Styles. Tacos, your style. I have the Twitter names of the sponsors in the title of this stream, so please visit them and follow them. As well, you can visit Irwin Lake Chalets online, www.irwinlakechalets.com. Shop Zest is www.shopzest2ts.com, so SHOPZESTT.com. The Bamboo Bat Company is www.bamboobat.com. And Taco Styles, you can visit them on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Taco Styles, and that's spelled TACOSTILES. Off to the bottom of the 10th we go. And leading off for the Bearcats is their leadoff hitter, Darson Murphy. Mosier starts him off with a strike just on the outside. And here's Mosier with the 0-1, and that is well outside for a ball, and the count now runs to 1-1. And I know it's hard to see, but just beyond the outfield fence, the very last sign on the left, a group of kids has joined, kind of like you'd see in the movies back in the 20s and 30s when you'd see kids gathering and looking through the knothole in the fence of a baseball stadium. A group of kids just out beyond the left field fence taking this game in. That's kind of cool to see. Count 2-1. Mosier gets ready to deal to Murphy. Hit sharply into the hole at short. Long throw. One hops. It goes wide of the bag. And now a big opportunity here as a very, very tough play for the shortstop. He wasn't able to reach it. The first baseman had to try and reach for that throw. Couldn't get there.
Number 61, Mike Tobin.
So the number 2 hitter in the lineup and the second hitter of this inning, Mike Tobin, now bats with nobody out and a runner in scoring position at second base. So you got to believe that the sacrifice bunt will be in play here to move that runner over to third. And again, a very tough play off that hit by Murphy. That was deep into the hole at short. And Gallivan had a good play just to get to that ball, but a very, very long throw, and he one-hopped it past the first baseman. And that has set up this bunt situation. No chance at third. Mosier has to go to first, and they do retire the out. So the sacrifice bunt laid down. Mosier thought for a moment about going to third base, but thought better of it when he saw that Murphy had the good jump and was well in there. He decided to turn and fire to first instead for the shore out. However, what that does now is that puts a Truro Bearcat runner in scoring position at third base. That would be the game-winning run right there, only 90 feet away as we play in the bottom of the 10th. So a chance now for Jeff Chisholm to play the hero. And he's not going to get that opportunity as the arm extended. And now the catcher looks in toward the Dartmouth Moosehead dry dugout. Perhaps some confusion as to what exactly the call or the signal is here. Initially, the catcher put his arm out to intentionally walk Chisholm and now settles back down. So they are indeed going to pitch to Chisholm here with one out and the winning run just 90 feet away. Chisholm right back up the middle. The Mosier stares the runner back to third. Good job there. And retires Chisholm, who was hacking right away at that first pitch. He hit the ball sharply, but right back to the pitcher, Mosier, who stabbed it. He looked Murphy back to third and threw across to first. So, again, the Bearcats have knocked on the door several times in the late innings, but have not been able to walk through. And now, after getting that leadoff double, or the single with the error, and having a runner at second base with nobody out, they now have that runner at third, but now with 2 out. So Guy Pellerin, as they did before, is going to get the intentional walk. They're not going to take any chance at all with big number 7 for the Truro Bearcats. So John Chapman on deck, and looks like, barring some kind of crazy situation, is going to get a chance to be the hero here and have a chance to cash in the winning run. So Pellerin, the recipient of the intentional walk earlier, and it actually worked out well for the Bearcats, for the Moosehead Dry when they were in a tough bases loaded situation. They're going to do the same thing here now. Walk Pellerin to cause a force at second should the ground ball be hit. And John Chapman, once again, is going to have a chance here to cash in an RBI, and this one would be the winning RBI.
I don't even count balls in that case. Waste of time for everyone.
So here is the scenario. We are in the bottom of the 10th inning. These two teams tied for second place in the Nova Scotia Senior Baseball League and also tied 1-1 in this game, the first of 2 this week. They'll play again tomorrow night. So John Chapman, the elder statesman, the veteran of this team, the wily veteran, I should say, with a chance here to play the hero on this night. The crowd cheering on Chapman, and he fouls that one straight back over our broadcast position here and well in behind. Hello, Bumperek. Nice to have you on board. This particular stream is a bit of a long one because we've gone into extra innings. I've been trying to break the periscopes up every couple of innings, so it's not one big, long one. There's the 0-2. Chapman chops it in the dirt, fouls it off. And now he'll step back in with the 0-2 count, 2 outs. And the runner Murphy still salivating down there at third base, wanting to get home and score that winning run and send everybody home, as we are now past 10 p.m. local time here in Truro. Mosier with the pitch. Chapman lifts it high, and that's going to go foul. Giving chase, sliding, and not able to reach it there, but a great effort as the left fielder tried to track it down and just couldn't get there.
That's going to leave a mark.
So a sliding play just out of our camera view here. And the count stays at 0-2, and Chapman took a big hack at that one.
Right across the gravel running track.
This Periscope broadcast by Firm TV, brought to you in part by Shop Zest, Irwin Lake Chalets, Taco Styles, and the Bamboo Bat Company. I've got all of their titles in the title of this stream, so even if you're watching it on the replay, please visit them and say hello. And that pitch is high for a ball.
With your camera, it almost looks like is it a running track in a park? I can feel the ground.
1-2 the count to Chapman. He digs in. Mosier again from the belt. And again, Chapman with a good hack. He's having a good at bat here. He's fouled off a couple of balls. Maybe he's zeroing in on these Mosier deliveries. We'll have to wait and see. We've got runners on the corners here, but really the only one that truly matters is Murphy down at third base. Chapman again settles in, waits for the 1-2 delivery from Mosier. And again, Chapman right on it, but just a little under it, and fouls it directly again right over top of our broadcast position.
A baseball player by the same name twice in one game.
Here's the delivery. Chapman nubs it off the end of the bat, down to first. Mosier covering and gets there. And a big opportunity squandered by the Bearcats there, as the leadoff man, Murphy, reached second base on that error, was moved over to third by the sacrifice bunt, but the Bearcats not able to cash him in, and we move to the 11th inning. We'll step aside. I'll be back with another Periscope in just a few minutes. You're watching Firm TV live via Periscope. Thanks to our sponsors, Irwin Lake Chalets, Shop Zest, Bamboo Bat Company, and Taco Styles.